The power of one is mighty. There is a great, hidden, and sacred, invisible pattern that connects everything in life to everything else. Okay, and I'm an inextricable part of this, just as surely as a nimble, bright-eyed tiger is part of the jungle, or a clear mountain stream never feels out of place as it meanders its way towards the sea. Okay, so being an important link in this pattern means my every action counts for something in this universe. And the effects of my every effort ripple out to the farthest ends of space and time. When I act, I change the world in some way, for better or for worse. But my ego will cause me to forget this essential reality. Okay, it has the terrible side effect of causing me to feel that I'm separate from everything else. And then it becomes easier to act selfishly, to fall prey to greed or self-preservation, to think that there is no larger meaning, no greater context for my actions, or that I don't have real significant power to change the world for the better. Okay, but practicing yoga brings me back to the experience that I'm part of the greater pattern that connects all life. See, I live in a continuous contemplation that my seemingly singular, isolated, and personal action is also a tiny action that is absorbed, that is done by the entirety. I operate from the empowering stance that me living with integrity, putting honesty, consciousness, and love into my smallest acts has real weight in this world. I accept the responsibility that I have the power to make a difference in a field, an art, a cause, a relationship, or any area of my life that I feel strongly about. I operate as though I shift the world, even though the immediate effects of my actions may be subtle and therefore difficult or impossible to detect. So here's a passage from the Bhagavad Gita. It says that whatever way of life the best adopt, that is also adopted by lesser folk. The world follows the standards set by its greatest exemplars. The world follows the standards set by its greatest exemplars. So my aim is to do everything in my power to live by and represent my most cherished values and convictions. So I do this for myself, to get me out of bed each day, to satisfy my conscience, to give expression to my yearnings to excel, to have something vitally important to live for, and to work to become the ultimate me. But I also do it in the hope that others will be inspired and become devoted to being the best that they can be. I do it because my actions are the actions of the whole. I acknowledge that it can be risky to think that I am qualified to be an example to others. However, I take the plunge. I go ahead and risk because I want to be involved in making the world better. Therefore, I actively use that passage from the Bhagavad Gita to prompt myself to work hard, to grow in wisdom, so that by aspiring to represent my values and set an example, that I'm not being ignorant or boastful or conceited. I'm humble and work doggedly to be the best that I can be so that I can uplift the whole world in any small way. Okay, I aim to live my life with the attitude, if not me, to bring forth the qualities that I wish to see in the world, then who? If I want to see honesty or bravery or leadership or compassion, I pray that I don't wait for someone else to exemplify these qualities. It's up to me to put forth a new vision of the world or work to bring justice where injustice prevails. I want to use my actions to manifest the stance or attitude that I feel is needed to effect a positive change. And because my every action counts, impacts the whole, I can trust that my action will produce real change. I can tap myself, wield my power and influence to push or pull the world in a distinct desired direction. No matter how tiny I am, how few people I know, or how little result my efforts appear to bring. Okay, so the someone that needs to act is me. Yes, little old me. Because I represent the entirety with everything I do. I am supposed to take up the challenge and to doggedly devote myself to my vision of the ultimate me as a catalyst that transforms the world that I am inextricably part of. I have been given this body and mind, this place in time and space, and my unique singular configuration of circumstances for the express purpose of making my own vigorous, determined try at changing myself in order to change the world. The power of one is mighty. The power of one is mighty.